All right, I just wanted to show in this video that Exodus 3:14 in the Septuagint here, that I am, and then here's the concordance numbers that go with I am. This is in the Septuagint. I am the one being, and we see here that this name is given, I am, and then in verse 15 it's stated that this is his memorial name for all time. So what I'm wanting to draw attention to is the I am is the name of the Father. And so what I'm going to do is compare it to what Yeshua says. So notice the numbers 1473 and 1510.2.1. Okay, that's I am. Now this is a very specific usage of the word, very specific usage of I am. It's not just anybody saying I'm hungry or I am angry. It's a very specific use of the word I am, and I'm going to show you that going over to the New Testament, because this is the polyglot. So it's the Septuagint with concordance numbers, with the New Testament that has the concordance numbers in it as well. So you have two Greek side-by-side scriptures to look at. Looking at John 6:35, where he says, I am the bread of life. You'll notice here again this very specific usage of the word I am, and it matches up perfectly to what's being used in Exodus 3:14. I am the bread of life. One of the 8 I am statements in John, and there's even other ones where this is used in John, but there are 8 I am statements specifically that I do believe take us to Exodus 3:14. John 6:48, I am the bread of life. 1473, 1510, 2:1. John 6:51, I am the bread. I am the living bread that comes from heaven. I am, again, matching up with Exodus 3:14. He says, I have known him, for from him I am. 1473, 1510, 2:1. Again, I am, from him I am. John 8:12. Again, then to them Yeshua spoke, I am the light of the world. Again, in line with Exodus 3:14. 1473, 1510, 2:1. Another interesting verse here is John 8:18. I am Ahiyah, the one testifying concerning myself, and testifies concerning me, the having sent me Father. Okay? I am, again, 1473, 1510.2.1, which is Exodus 3:24, talking about you shall die in your sins, for if you should not believe that I am, you shall die in your sins. If you do not believe that Yeshua, he says that I am, if you do not believe that I am, there's no he. I am he, that's not in here. If you do not believe that I am, you will die in your sins. Okay, that's a pretty significant statement. 28, talking about you shall know that I am. You shall know that I am. And it's talking about the Son of Man being lifted up. 8:58. I say to you, before Abraham existed, I am. Same exact usage as Exodus 3:14. John 10:7, I am. John 10:7, verily I say unto you, I am the door to the sheep. Then we've got down in 10:9, right here, I am the door. Ahiyah is the door. John 10:11, I am the good shepherd. Ahiyah is the Good Shepherd. John 10:14, same thing over here. I am the Good Shepherd. John 11:25 says, I am the resurrection. Ahiyah is the resurrection. Exodus 3:14 here. In John 13:19, now I tell you before it come, that when it is come to pass, that ye may believe that I am. And he is not in there. That's why it's italicized. It's not actually in there. John 13:33, little children, yet while I am here with you, you shall seek me. This is little children, I am with you. One of the most famous verses, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Ahiyah, Exodus 3:14, is the way, the truth, and the life. Interesting. 1, I am the grapevine, the true grapevine. Ahiyah is the true grapevine. 5, I am the grapevine, and aside from him, you can do nothing. So these are just some of the verses. I've got them all marked down here. The ones in the pink are the ones that this translates over to from Exodus 3:14. The I am, the specific number set, which is G1473 for I and G151021 for am. So you'll notice there's lots of statements here where those words are not used specifically. It's only certain statements that Yeshua makes, and when other people make them, those aren't used at all. But Yeshua, only certain statements that he makes, only certain statements use that wording that's used in Exodus 3:14. And again, this book here is the polyglot. It's the Septuagint with the interlinear, the Greek-English interlinear, and it's the Apostolic Bible polyglot. Extremely valuable because you are able to connect, which this is the most accurate translation to date, is the Septuagint from the Old Testament. I think it's over 98% of the quotes from the New Testament writers actually quote from the Septuagint. So when you're wanting to check what's stated in the Old Testament and how it relates to what's stated in the New Testament, this is an excellent resource and helps you to track specific things that are stated in the Old Testament, like I am, very specific word set there. It's not just a random, I am hungry and, I am cheesy, whatever it is. It's a very specific set of information that denotes the same concept that is in Genesis or in Exodus 3:14, the I am, I exist. So again, this aligns with John 1:1. In the beginning was the Word. The Word was with the Father, and the Word was the Father. And he's making this statement. So the reason I stumbled onto this was because I thought it was shocking to find that the Father's name was given specifically in Exodus 3:14, and in 3:15 said that this was his memorial name, yet we never see it again, and it's not until the New Testament, and then Yeshua comes on the scene, and now he is claiming that I am name, which is stated in the Old Testament that it's forever. And it's kind of like the idea, people say, well, the majority rules. Well, we obviously know that in the church and many other parts of our faith, that the majority does not necessarily mean something is correct. That there needs to be more research into it. And so studying out the name, the Yod, He, Vav, He, and even in the Paleo, that the root word in Yod, He, Vav, He was He, Vav, He, which is wickedness and perversion. And that's the root word of Yod, He, Vav, He, which does not make any sense at all. But in Exodus 3:14, where it says Ahiyah, Asher, Ahiyah, is I am, it's translated I am that I am, but what's interesting is Asher in the Paleo Hebrew actually means a straight line. Kind of goes in line with what John the Baptist is saying, that make straight the path. We all know that the straight path is the Torah, that it is the Son, that it is the Word, it is the Father, and yet we have this beautiful picture, Asher, Ash, which is fire, Aleph Shin, and Resh is the head, the fire of the head. This takes place at the burning bush. So we've got this beautiful picture in there, and Ahiyah starts with the Aleph, which we know in the Paleo is the Father. It's the strength. And so anyway, just wanted to share this with you guys. It's an excellent study tool. It's free on eSword, and so you can have it on your phone if you have an iPhone, and on your computer. And I believe you can download this all for free to your computer. So anyways, just wanted to share that with you. And this has to do with the name I Am and the significance, because Messiah himself claimed the name. And we were told in Exodus 3:14 that it is a memorial name forever.